We began with 8 champions of the game playing for one of the biggest events in the sport. Europe determined to defend their title, and the USA hoping to revenge last year's defeat. The Americans got off to a great start and they went on to lead 14-10. However, in the last session, Team Europe chose a short lane oil pattern, which proved crucial. The Americans did not have the equipment to deal with the conditions, and Europe took advantage. However, it wasn't an easy session for the Europeans. They were under pressure to perform. We look back at the match between Martin Larsson and Chris Barnes as the Swede steps up for the 10th frame.
Needs all 10. He's got all 10. Team Europe are not out of Weber Cup 15 by any means. Not over yet, though.
Certainly needs the next one as well now. Gosh, look at the pressure on his face.
Well, this is what these guys play for. This is where they want to be.
Yeah, he's just checking the score. He knows now he needs... a 9 is no good to him. 9 spare is 268. Next ball must be a strike.
The ball's reacting well. He's throwing it well. It's all going to come down to operator error. If anything goes wrong, it's going to be down to Larsson just getting it a little offline. And he knows, and we'll repeat this again, he knows there is no margin for error on the right side of the lane. Larsson then for the win. It's a great shot from Martin Larsson. Team Europe crowd on their feet to celebrate a quite fantastic performance from the Swede. What a win for him.
What a great match, what a high-scoring match. The scores are level and Larsson's got one more ball to bowl, so one pin will be good enough. I'm sure he's not going to go for one. Change the ball, straight down the middle, that's good enough.
Beautiful stuff from Martin Larsson. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts.
Team Europe continued on their fight back, and they finally had the chance to level in a dramatic match between team captain Mika Koivuaniemi and Tommy Jones, the American looking to halt Europe's charge in the 10th frame.
First one has to be a strike, second one has to be a strike, and he can afford a 7 on the last count to win by a pin.
And it's incredible, isn't it? The next minute can have such a bearing on this match. Either Europe go in to the final singles level, or Team USA going in with Bill O'Neill and a chance to win Weber Cup 15. And it all rests on these next 2 balls. There's the strike, the first one up for Tommy Jones. Chris Barnes believes. Well, BU, we know exactly what that means. Just throw it and strike it.
Well, he's given himself the opportunity. He has to throw another one. And Mr. 300, who's used to throwing lots of strikes, he's thrown 6 in this game already, but he's had 2 massive open frames. And he's got a lifeline here.
Big positive, though, is that he knows that that particular ball that he's throwing is working now. And where's Malott? Well, he'll be desperate for this strike to happen.
This is almost like the 12th shot in a 300 game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just has to be 10.
Away it goes. USA, do not do it. Ringing 10. Drops that score out, and we go level at Weber Cup 15. Sensational stuff.
Certainly was a dramatic finish this year's Weber Cup, but the tournament went the distance. The Baker match was to decide the winners, and the pressure was on Dom Barrett to deliver in the 10th frame.
Has looked very solid in this Baker, has looked very solid on this pattern. Now, the Team USA captain has got to do it all again. Oh no! And that might be Weber Cup 15 gone for Team USA.
Hard to believe. It's the 8-10 split. So light in the pocket, and look at those two standing there. Nothing's going to knock them over, and this will be, unfortunately, an open frame for the American captain.
That's horrible.
And Simon, as you said, it's likely the Weber Cup is staying on this side of the Atlantic.
Well, there have been so many twists and turns in Weber Cup 15. That is the latest, but it might be the decisive one. A disconsolate Chris Barnes heads back to his team, but it's a place that he just doesn't want to be, and nobody talking to him. They know when to leave Chris Barnes to his own thoughts. And now Dominic Barrett steps up into frame 10, certain in the knowledge that a strike here really does put Team Europe in a winning position. The finish line for the Blues is close.
And how appropriate that the PBA World Champion is the man to step up and possibly take this title for Team Europe.
He's almost been the forgotten man in this session. An unusual short pattern. But when he's been asked to do his job for Team Europe, he's done it in style. Now, when he comes away from the ball return, things will happen pretty quickly because he doesn't hang about, Dom Barrett. This is all part of the routine, but once that ball return is left, he will just load the ball up and away he goes. Dominic Barrett to write the next chapter in Weber Cup history. It's there! Oh, it's there! What a massive strike from Dom Barrett, and what a massive result for Team Europe. This tournament has delivered everything. It's been 3 days of scintillating ten-pin bowling, and Cass Edwards, that is something else.
He's got another 2 balls to bowl yet. Crikey, come on. This tournament has been the best Weber Cup of all time. It will be seen around the world as will 8 of the world's top bowlers, and it's all over.
A monumental 3 days of bowling comes to a close here at the Metrodome in Barnsley. In the most dramatic of circumstances. The last ball goes down, it's irrelevant. Team Europe are victorious here at Weber Cup 15. Let's spare a thought for Chris Barnes and Team USA, because that was some performance for them. But for Chris Barnes, that is not a moment that he will want to remember for too long. It all went wrong for Team USA in frame 9. And Team Europe, through Dominic Barrett, finally get this across the line.
It has been one of the most exciting ever Weber Cups, and we crown the champions here in Barnsley. Team Europe defend their title and walk away victors of Weber Cup 15.